Okay, so we are going to finish up this drawing, do a few little finishing touches on it, clean up a few things today, and then it will be ready for scanning. Looking back at this leg again, I'm going to make another decision, and I'm going to change it back to the way it was before, and this is going to be where the rear leg is because it tends to push his leg back further behind where it would be in the anatomy. So that's one of the things I'm going to do today. I'm going to start by crisping up his eyelid a little bit, give it a little bit of weight so that it kind of looks like an eyelid, and then I'm going to go in here and I'm going to darken in the eyeball. We've reached the stage now where I can actually do some finishing things. I can start putting in darks, I can start putting in details. The point we're at right now is to come up with a finished drawing. Same thing back here. I'm going to shade this back leg. I'm using a slightly darker, slightly more pointy pencil today. This is an HB. Getting down into the smaller leads, the finer leads. There's a few little areas here that I don't like because they're really not crisp and clean enough. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a sharpened eraser and I'm just going to go in and just take away a little bit of this that I don't like. Then I'm going to go back to a sweep. I called this a French curve earlier. It's actually technically a sweep. And I'm going to use this to really get a good crisp line here, a good crisp curve. I could do this freehand, but I'm trying to work quickly. So this is a good, fast, shorthand way to get good, sharp, crisp curves. A little bit of weight in one part of it. Lighter in some places, heavier in others. Get a little bit more form to the line. A little bit of variegation. Give it some interest. I hate a dead line where everything is exactly the same weight. I'm going to go in here and I'm going to use the sweep again just to carry through the curved line on his belly. If your eye sees this curve coming from here to here and it connects up, your mind is going to tell you that there's a form behind those legs. Another little trick, any place where one form comes in front of another, if I just use a little bit of a roll, a little bit of a heavier line behind it, what that tends to tell your mind and your eye is that there's a round form behind the form in front of it. Same thing here, wherever two lines cross, if I thicken it up a little bit, your eye is going to tell you that the one form is in front of the other. These are all just little psychological tricks you learn as an artist. The main goal of an artist is to fool the person who is looking at your drawing. You manipulate their eye and their mind in ways they don't even know you're messing with, which is some of the fun of being an artist. Okay, I'm pretty clear on this at this point. I'm pretty happy with a lot of the things I've got going on. I'm going to put a little bit tinier, heavier weight on these legs for the simple reason that then it gives it some volume, gives it some weight. So just as I was saying in an earlier show, just the slightest, subtlest suggestion of some weight down here. Looking everything over carefully. A little more of a roll there. And a little bit too far in a couple of these places. So I'm going to use the eraser to just take away a couple of those little crossed lines. I'm not going to get too nerdy with the eraser at this point because, thank heavens for the scanner, I'm going to scan this into the computer and I'm going to be able to clean up all the little things that I don't get with the eraser. And the scanner and the computer do not leave smudge marks. Same thing here, where one of these crosses over the other, just a little bit heavier. I'm going to leave these open because my thought was to put a little bit of color in here across all of this this grass and all of this ground. And I think that our little fellow is ready to be scanned.